Welcome to your show and mine, Bobby Ramos' Bottom Line. Get your popcorn ready. Your show and mine, Bobby Ramos' Bottom Line. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you can check out my talks every day or 5 days a week, whatever it's going to be. But anyway, thanks for tuning in today. And no, I'm not a Green Bay Packer fan. You see the big G. I grew up being a Packers fan when I was a young kid. I loved Bart Starr and Willie Wood and all those guys, Herb Adderley, the old-time Packers. But so that's why I got the Green Bay coat on. But I want to talk about the two games yesterday, the two championship games yesterday. That first one, Tampa Bay and Green Bay. You know, you got the two aging superstar quarterbacks. Let me start with Rodgers first. Now, Rodgers, you know, he's 1-4 now in championship games. I mean, he's lost 4 straight. Fantastic quarterback. He's probably going to be the MVP this season. It's between him and Mahomes. He just had a fantastic year. That being said, you've all seen the play. That third down play where he tried to force the ball in, they were down 31-26. A little bit over 2 minutes left. I think 2:09 left in the game. I don't think, I heard some announcers say, a couple of years ago he would have ran it in. He didn't need a couple of, he ran for a touchdown the week before. He can still move. And he had an open field. He could have ran. He made a big mistake there. And even if he didn't make it in, even if he got tackled at the 2 or 3 or 1 yard line, it would have been easier to go for it on 4th down because they needed a touchdown to win this game. But I hang that defeat also on their coach, their young coach, Matt LaFleur, to sit up there and there was 2:05 left, and this guy kicks a field goal because at that time they were down 8, and that made it 31-26, thinking he's going to get the ball back. You got Brady on the other side. Brady is not known for giving the ball back. He knows how to work that clock, and you're banking on them not getting a first down. And he said, well, we realistically had four timeouts because of the TV timeout. That was a total lie because he did not know on the kickoff that the guy for Tampa Bay was just going to purposely go down and leave 2 minutes on the clock. That was a mistake on Tampa Bay's part. Yeah, it was a good thing to do, but you wait till after it's under the 2 minutes. But anyway, to sit there and not give your superstar quarterback a chance to win the game on 4th down from the 8 or 9 yard line, you gotta be kidding me. That's a young coach who's afraid to make a ballsy move, who's afraid to win a game. And he sat back, and now he's going to live with that for the rest of his life. But you know what also? Green Bay did it to themselves also. Davante Adams, who ended up scoring a touchdown later, dropped a short touchdown pass in the first half. That other wide receiver, St. Brown, he dropped a 2-point conversion. Both of these balls were right in these guys' hands, and they just dropped them like they were in 6th grade. That was 8 points that they left on the table. So Green Bay has nobody to blame but themselves. Plus the fact, listen, that game, and here's the kicker that I really wanted to get into. I'm sick of all this. Brady did this, Brady did that. Brady did not have a great game. He had a decent game. He didn't even have a good game. Listen, they scored 28 points in the half. They ended up with 31. I ain't a math major. That means they got 3 points in the second half. Okay? He threw for under 300 yards. He threw for 280 yards. 3 interceptions in a row in the second half. 3. Once again, I ain't a math major, but I can count to 1, 2, 3. 3 interceptions in the second half. This greatest quarterback of all time and knows this and knows that. 3 interceptions. And Green Bay could not capitalize. See, the problem was the interceptions were also deep in Green Bay's territory because Brady had been moving them. And when Rodgers got the ball, it was surprising that at least one of those last 2 times he wasn't able to take him down the field. But yeah, Brady did not have a great or even a good game, and all this talk about Brady. The reason why Tampa Bay won, besides Green Bay messing up. The main reason why they won is because of their defense. Their defense, which is ranked 6th in the league as far as giving up points per game. They sacked Rodgers 5 times. They were in his grill. They rushed his throws. He was hit like 12 times. And they sacked him 5 times. The defense kept it, because we all know Rodgers. He's a stud. And he gets the ball late. You know he's going to drive down the field and score. That's just who he's been. The Tampa Bay defense won that game for them. Had nothing to do. Brady had a good first half, and then he stunk up the second half. So that's just my whole take on that. And that guy, Kevin King, the cornerback for Green Bay, who gave up that late touchdown, which was ridiculous on his part, but also the coaches, because they were playing for a pass over the middle. It was the last play of the half. Why are you worried about a pass over the middle? You just don't get beat deep. The fact that they didn't give him help, and he got beat one-on-one by Miller, is just, Miller can fly. That cat runs like a 4.2. He can fly. That's what caused Green Bay the game, and that's what happened with that. But I will tell you, the one with the GOAT on his back, and I don't mean greatest of all time, the GOAT as in loser causing the game, is their coach, Matt LaFleur. Second game, my boy is the Chiefs. I love me some Mahomes, who happens to be that Mahomes is the best quarterback in the game, bar none. Got a chance now to win his back-to-back Super Bowls, which I feel Kansas City's going to win. I think Kansas City's going to beat Tampa Bay, even though they're playing a so-called home game in Tampa Bay. But I'm going with Mahomes, because that kid, when he's starting, they're like 16, and they won 16 out of their last 17 games. He just does everything. He has a lot of weapons. The defense makes big plays when they have to. But the game that he had, if Brady had had that game, or Rodgers had had that game, or last week, old man Methuselah, Drew Brees had had the game that Mahomes had yesterday, you'd still be hearing about it. It would be on spin cycle around the clock. What a great game Brady had or Brees had. But you don't hear it that much. You hear that Mahomes is good, but he does not get talked about in the same breath as these other quarterbacks. We'll get into the reason why some other time, because we're just talking football right now. But yeah, and Josh Allen for Buffalo, kudos to Buffalo. Buffalo had a great year, but this was their first time at the dance. I didn't expect them to do well. I didn't expect them to have big results, even though there's the second highest scoring offense in the league. And matter of fact, let me go back, rewind to Green Bay. Green Bay led the league in scoring this year. So for them to mess up the way they did offensively just wasn't part of their makeup. But Buffalo, that just shows Kansas City's defense can play defense. They proved that last year, but they also had a young quarterback who was in his first dance. So I thought Kansas City would win by double digits, but Buffalo showed themselves well. I have nothing but respect for that team. I don't, once again, young coach, he's a new coach. Once again, he didn't show respect and belief in his team either. Some of the decisions that I've seen these coaches make, and that's why I'm not crazy about too many young coaches, because they're afraid to lose. Listen, back in the day when you watched, whether it was Lombardi, whether it was Parcells, who I'm not a fan of, but Hank Stram, Jimmy Johnson, these guys knew when to take chances. Even the guy with the Saints, they will take chances. When they have a stud quarterback, they believe in him. These young coaches, I think they're so wrapped up in, I'm the coach and I'm going to make the decision, I'm going to make the call. You got a guy like Rodgers and you don't give him a chance to have one play from the 8-yard line to get a touchdown? I saw the Buffalo coach do the same thing. Everybody, you're not going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs settling for field goals all the time. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. So anyway, it should be a good Super Bowl. And yeah, I do feel Mahomes is better than Brady. Now, Brady is still an excellent quarterback, But he now shows his warts. He can be taken. It used to be just any quarterback doesn't like to be hit. That's why the Giants beat him twice, because they stayed in his grill. He gets happy feet, and he gets nervous like most quarterbacks. But now you see there's throws that he's not making. Those 3 interceptions, these weren't balls that the receiver let go through his hand. They were all terrible throws. And he had like 3 other terrible throws that didn't get picked off, where he just missed his target by a long shot. So he's declining, but he's still a real good quarterback. But Mahomes is the man. Folks, I got to let you go. Thanks for checking out your show and mine, Bobby Ramos Bottom Line. And don't forget, subscribe, tell your friends. We've got a lot of things to talk about this week, next week, and all the weeks coming up. Thanks and have a good day. Enjoy your show and mine, Bobby Ramos Bottom Line. Ha ha!